Hello people, trust you're doing great this weekend. This is Peter Twinnet from LekkiParty.com. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 challenges real estate developers are facing here in Lagos, Nigeria. Alright, at the end of this video, we are going to find out the solutions to these 4 reasons or 4 challenges that these developers are facing. Please watch to the end, don't skip any, and you'll be glad you do. And if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please use the opportunity. Click on the subscribe button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that when I post subsequent videos, you will be among the first to be notified. I also urge that you also put comments below this video so that with your comments, I can be able to respond as well, be able to know the next video I will make for you. Alright, so please watch to the end and you'll be glad you do. See you then. To begin, I want to first say thank you so much to my numerous clients, those in US, those in UK, those in Canada, those in Europe, and also those in Nigeria for patronizing me. A lot of our clients, over 70% of my clients have not seen me, and yet they believe in me, they trusted in me, and buy properties through me. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I will not take you for granted. Alright, so this video is meant for you. Alright, so that's why I want to share this information, because so many of you are not aware of what is happening to developers within this region. All right, so with this video, I'm going to clear this and as well provide solution, my own personal solution. All right, and what I've done so far to help developers to be able to get some solutions as well. So please watch to the end, don't skip any, and you'll be glad you do. And remember, like I mentioned, if you have any comment, please, I would like to have as many comments as possible under this video so that can help me to know the next video I'll be making that will help you to get more information, knowledge regarding real estate investment opportunities here in Lekki Lagos and its axis. So now let's dive into the first challenge. First challenge that real estate developers are facing here in Lagos, Nigeria is the issue of government. All right, what do I mean by issue of government? Okay, a lot of real estate companies that have secured the property, they have a lot of land title issues. Sometimes like let me say, for instance, for the past 8 years or 9 years, land title as a decision has not been approved. No decision has been approved in the whole of Lagos. All right, okay, so that is a challenge, and without government approving your decision, you cannot give allocation on your estate. So untitled land is one of the challenges. Government are delaying in approving decisions. That is one. And secondly, sometimes if it's a building, an estate developer might be building and then send for building approval. Or sometimes some of them are not allowed to build without the approval of their construction. All right, so sometimes when they make payment to government, they get all these things approved for them to approve it. It takes time, so government delay in approving building plans. Also, sometimes to decision, sometimes survey. All right, it might be survey, it might be decision, it might be layout. Sometimes I've seen a case where an estate, after planning for allocation with their own registered layout that they have gotten already. Remember, without a layout you cannot get allocation. Without a survey you cannot get allocation. Without a deed of assignment you cannot get allocation. These 3 things are very key for you to get allocation in every estate. So sometimes the delay from government side is one of the things that make companies unable to get allocation. Even when they have promised, they will see they keep on changing allocation date. It is not their fault, it is government issue. Are there solutions to this government issue? At the end of this video, we're going to find out. Keep on watching. Watch as I go to the second challenge that developers are facing. Second challenge that developers are facing is the issue of Omonile. Who are the Omoniles? Omoniles are the owners of the land, the communities that they bought this land from. All right, this is one of the biggest challenge a lot of developers are facing, most especially the upcoming developers. As for the old timers in the business, they know their way out of the Omonile. But it's sad to say that so many developers have fallen into the hands of the message of Omonile. Now what they do is, when they sell land, sometimes they might sell a plot of land, or they might sell some plots of land to about 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 developers unknown to them. All right, they might call this person, sell to him, call another person, sell to him, the same land. So when it's time for this developer to begin his project, you will find out that another developer is working on his land. Then they will start fighting among themselves. So this is one of the biggest challenge Omonile issue we are facing. All right, developers are facing. Okay, so this is one of the biggest challenges. Are there solutions to it? Yes, there are solutions. At the end of this video, I'm going to give my own candid solution to this very problem, and also what developers are doing in that regard right now. All right, so that is the second challenge that developers are facing. And so because of that, sometimes they might have issue with the Omonile. They might not want to expose these things to client, to let client know that, oh, the land you bought from me, Omonile have encumbered into it. They've gone through the back to cut out land and be selling. Why I'm selling from the front, they're selling from the back. You understand? So they might not want to open up this thing. They want to fight it within themselves to make sure they get this land back without involving the client or making the client feel bad as to buying property through them. So sometimes this always happen. Okay, so the second challenge is Omonile issue. We're going to find out the solution to this Omonile issue towards the end of this video. The third reason is what we're going to talk about now. So watch as I take you to the third challenge. Third challenge that developers are facing here in Lagos, Nigeria is the issue of high cost of building materials. Now, before I mention this, or before I dive into this, I want to give my candid advice. Okay, remember, I'm not just a realtor only, I'm also an investor. I invest into this estate I'm bringing to you to buy. I've already invested into them, so I'm also an investor. So I'm looking at it from the perspective of an investor, not a perspective of a realtor. So whenever I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you as a fellow colleague, a fellow investor. All right, so my candid advice to you, if you are building house or you have planned to start a building project here in Nigeria right now, I'm talking to those, most especially those in diaspora. The people here in Nigeria know exactly what we're facing through, but our clients over there in diaspora, some of them are not aware. So if you want to build, please start building right now. And if you have access to build, buy materials, buy and keep, that is the only solution. All right, so that is one. Now, coming back to the third challenge that I mentioned, which is the high cost of building material. A lot of developers, for the past last 2 years, a lot of developers have collected development fee. We're going to develop this estate, we collected development fee. They charge like 1 million naira development fee. Today, they are unable to do that. The reason is because since they did not do it last 2 years, last year ago, when the cost of building material is still a little bit lower, right now, the price have gone high. They can't do anything. So sometimes some of them try to see, okay, can I use my own pocket money to do it? Okay, well, how am I going to do it? They'll try to look for a way to go through it. It's very difficult. Now imagine if, for instance, last year you can use 1.5 million naira to sanfill one plot of land. Now, with 2-3 million naira, depending on how deep the land is, you cannot be able to sanfill it. The reason is because cost of sand today, 30 tons of sand that used to be 50,000, 55,000 formerly, is now 75, 70, 80,000 naira depending on location. A bag of cement they used to sell for about 3,200 January this year. At the moment, it's going for 4,000, 4,005, 4,003, 4,002, depending on who you are buying from and how bulky you are buying. All right. What about cost of iron, cost of nails? These are the things. Everything has increased in price, so it's affecting developers. So developers that have collected money from the clients last 2 years ago, and say, okay, we're going to do this, we'll do this road, we'll do this, we'll do that. Today, they're finding it difficult doing that because the cost of building material has gone high. Is there a solution? I have my own personal solution that I will give out. I also giving to some of the developers, and they're working on it already. Watch this video to the end as I'm going to give those solutions. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please, I'm begging, use the opportunity, click on the subscribe button, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that when I post subsequent videos, you'll be among the first to be notified. And please, I need comments, as many comments as possible. That will ginger me to do more of this video. I want to do so many videos. I want to focus much on educational videos right now so I can be able to educate our clients, those home and abroad. Okay, please watch as I go for the fourth challenge, which is the last challenge on this topic. All right, keep on watching. Fourth and the last challenge that developers are facing here in Lagos, Nigeria is the issue of topography. Now, what I mean by topography is the nature of the land. How is the land like? In the past, so many developers have promised, oh, don't worry, we're going to sanfill this estate, because they saw from the entrance of the estate, they discovered that it's not deep, it's shallow. All right, so they believe that is how the entire estate is. So sometimes they promise, don't worry, we're going to get the sand to sanfill the whole entire estate, like 100 plots of land. We'll sanfill it, don't worry, there's no issue. We'll sanfill the access road, no issue. Now, as they progress in the clearing of the estate, they now discover that the deeper you go, the further you go into the estate, the deeper the land. There are some lands that developers have bought They start clearing. They discover that between from the entrance to about 50 plots or thereabout, the land is dry. But getting inside, they found that it's deep as 5 feet, 12 feet. How are they going to fulfill the promises they've given to clients? Sometimes it's very difficult for them to go back to clients and say, that land I promised to Sanfil, I can't do it again. This is what I've discovered. Client too may not be able to understand. Not all clients though. Some clients have understood. Alright, but those most especially in diaspora, they cannot understand because they're not here to see it. So we need to work cooperatively. Alright, are there solutions to this too? Yes, there are solutions. I have provided some solutions to some developers who are close to me, because I'm personally I don't market for every company. I market for just companies that I know I have good relationship one-on-one with the owners of the company. So I provided solutions to some of these companies. We're going to discuss this in the next part. Alright, so watch as we provide solutions to all these challenges, 4 challenges we mentioned that developers are facing. Okay, watch as I provide that solution. So for the few minutes I've been able to discuss with you or share with you challenges developers are facing here in Lagos, Nigeria. First, we start with the government issue, all right, on title and the rest. Secondly, we talk about the omonile. Thirdly, we talk about high cost of building materials. And fourth, we talk about the topography. So what are the solutions? Remember, in life, there are a lot of things in life that have solutions unknown to man. So it's only when you sit down, fashion out your own personal solution, you'll be able to get solution to that issue. Now, let's begin with the government issue. The government land title issue, one of the solutions I believe personally, this is my candid advice to developers, most especially I've also given this to a lot of developers, is don't rely on taking documents to government and drop it there and disappear. No, pursue it, follow it up. Have an in-house person that will always be going there regularly to find out how far, what stage is our document, what is the next thing to do. So that by so doing, you get this information, you pass the information to clients, so they can have a relaxed mind, knowing fully that you are sincere. Just what you have said is what you are doing. All right, that's one of the solutions I believe for the government own. And as time goes on, once you see that okay, they are being hasty, they will provide the solutions. You have paid them your money, you have done everything they require, they will provide the solution to you. All right. For the omonile issue, all right, a lot of top developers around this area. Remember, I told you I don't deal with known developers. I deal with top developers, with credible developers who have delivered their projects and as they promised and the rest. So one of the things I always tell them is, or some of them are doing right now, is that they no longer buy property from omonile. That's the truth. They go straight to government and buy it directly from government. That's why the reason why you see some land title, they say government allocation. Government allocation simply means that they bought from government. So omonile doesn't have right to get into any land that is government approved allocation. All right. So which means that they bought it from government. Omonile does not have any right to this land. It's now directly between you and government. Government is the one that issues your receipt. Okay. So that's what a lot of top developers are doing. Though is very, very expensive. That is why you see any land that has government allocation is always very expensive, because what comes after the government allocation is C of O. Government gives them allocation and then give them C of O at a very high expense. I will not want to talk about that for now. Maybe in my subsequent video we'll have to talk about allocations and then the rest of it. The third challenge I'm facing is high cost of building materials. Like I've mentioned to some of the developers, I told them, I said, look, this is what you need to do. Buy building materials that you know that will not get spoiled in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Buy them and put in your site. If it's sand, buy as many strip of sand as possible, stock it in your site. If it's granite, buy as many as possible and stock in your site. If it's nail does not get spoiled, buy and keep. Iron does not get spoiled, buy and keep. Protect them. Cement, you can buy and keep. Though cement, if water touches it, might cake and it will be spoiled. All right, but as well, you can buy rent a warehouse where you can store this cement. We are making money, where you are using these things to make money. So you can buy these things and keep, store them, so that when they go high, you will still be building. Your construction will go on. You don't have any right to give clients any excuses. You understand? This is one of the candid advice I give to some developers, and some of them are applying them. Some of them are working towards it as well. All right. So for the last one, which is the topography, what I would suggest is that developers, I've suggested it to some developers, is when you are buying a land, all right, don't depend on what surveyors are saying. All right, get a drone. Now we're in a technological world. Get a drone. let a drone fly and show you the size of the land, show you everything. Thank God we have some surveyors who has a drone now. Use those surveyors that have drone, fly through the whole land, pick coordinates, see the topography of these lands. Okay, so by so doing, you will not buy into a land that is deep, that you will not be able to sand fill after you promise clients. Okay, so these are the solutions I believe that will work for these developers. Okay, on the part of the clients too who are bought, I will say please be patient. And sometimes too, when you are not hearing from companies that you bought property from and your realtors are not feeding you with information, please have rest of mind. All you need to do sometimes is contact these companies, connect them. They are free, they are very easy to reach. Some of them that are not very easy to reach, talk to your developer or your realtors so that your realtors can go and get this information from them. All right, personally I've taken up upon myself, because I have close relationship with many developers around here that we consult for. I've taken it up upon myself to get right information directly from the owners of these companies. So whatever information I'm giving you is direct information from the owners of the companies. Okay, so please always stick around with me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, share with friends, like, and put comments. That will help me to know the next videos I'll be providing for you. Thank you so much for always trusting in me, buy properties through me even when you have not seen me. Thank you for referring clients to me. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channels, commenting, contacting me on phone. Sometimes I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Do have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.